Good morning, second graders. I hope you had a fantastic weekend and are ready for another week of e-learning. Last week, we read a story on Friday called The Art Lesson, and it was by the author Tomie dePaola. This week, we are going to continue reading Tomie dePaola books, and we are actually going to read one every single day. It's going to be a little bit of an author study. And I want you to think about, as we read each story, the ways in which they are similar or the same or different. Tomie dePaola likes to write books about his own life, especially books about when he was a little boy. The Art Lesson was about when he was a little boy, excited for his first art class, and then he discovered that he just had to copy. And so him and his teacher make a compromise with one another. Today, we are going to be reading another Tomie dePaola book called Nana Upstairs and Nana Downstairs. Nana is the Italian word for grandmother. I told you on Friday that my dad's family is Italian, and I grew up calling my grandmother Nana, so I immediately have a connection with this book. Anytime we read a book, I always want you to be thinking about what you're reading and how you either connect or don't connect with the book. So for example, I called my grandparents Nana. The book is Nana Upstairs and Nana Downstairs. And so I already have a connection. And I have several connections to this book. So I'm wondering if you have any as well. When I look at this cover, I notice that the little boy on this cover looks a lot like the little boy in the Art Lesson. So I think that this is about when Tomie was little, just like the story in the Art Lesson, or it's a narrative, a story, a real life story. I also noticed that these nanas don't look like they're the same age. One of the nanas looks a little bit older. So let's read Nana Upstairs and Nana Downstairs by Tomie dePaola. When Tomie was a little boy, he had a grandmother and a great-grandmother. He loved both of them very much. He and his family would go to visit every Sunday afternoon. His grandmother always seemed to be standing by the big black stove in the kitchen. So this is another connection that I have. When I think of my Nana, this is exactly how I think of her, wearing an apron, standing in the kitchen, cooking. My Nana used to make the most fantastic pizza and pasta sauce. Remember, I told you she was Italian. His great-grandmother was always in bed upstairs because she was 94 years old. So Tomie called them Nana Downstairs and Nana Upstairs. Almost every Sunday was the same. Tomie would run into the house, say hello to his grandfather Tom and Nana Downstairs, and then go up the back stairway to the bedroom where Nana Upstairs was. "Get some candy," Nana Upstairs would say, and he would open the lid of the sewing box on the dresser, and there would be candy mints. That also reminds me of my grandmother. She always had candy in a little box. She would have these little chocolates that had caramel inside, and they were delicious. Once Nana Downstairs came into the bedroom and helped Nana Upstairs to the big Morris chair and tied her in so she wouldn't fall out. "Why will Nana Upstairs fall out?" Tomie asked. "Because she is 94 years old," Nana Downstairs said. "I'm 4 years old," Tomie said. "Tie me in a chair too." Why do you think he wants to be tied in a chair too? So every Sunday, after he found the candy mints in the sewing box on the dresser, Nana Downstairs would come up the back stairway and tie Nana Upstairs and Tomie in their chairs, and then they would eat their candy and talk. What a special relationship. So I should have said this at the beginning of the book, but this book is about the special relationships that you might have with a grandparent and how sometimes, actually all the time, they can't last forever, but how they can live on even if the person isn't there anymore. Nana upstairs told him about the little people. "Watch out for the fresh one with the hat with the red feather in it. He plays with matches," she said. "I will," said Tommy. "There he is," she said, "over by the brush and comb. See him?" Tommy nodded. When Nana downstairs had finished her work by the big black stove and baked a cake to eat before Tommy went home, she would come back upstairs. "Now," Nana downstairs would say as she untied Tommy from the chair, "we must all take our naps." After their naps, Nana downstairs would comb out Nana upstairs' beautiful silver white hair. Then Nana downstairs would comb and brush her own hair. "Now make the cow's tail," Tommy would say, and she would twist her hair and pin it up on the top of her head. Look how long her hair is. One time, Tommy's older brother came into the bedroom and saw Nana upstairs with her hair all down around her shoulders, and he ran away. "She looks like a witch," he said. "She does not," Tommy said. "She's beautiful." "Time for ice cream," shouted Grandfather Tom, and Tommy and his brother went with him, and sometimes their father and their Uncle Charles, down to the ice cream store. When they got back, it was time for Nana upstairs to have a snack, and Tommy would help carry the tray of milk and crackers up the back stairway. Once Tommy's father took movies of the whole family. He took movies of Nana downstairs and Nana upstairs, and Tommy stood in the middle. One morning, when Tommy woke up at his own house, his mother came in to talk to him. "Nana upstairs died last night," she said. "What's died?" Tommy asked. "Died means that Nana upstairs won't be here anymore," Mother answered. They went to Tom and Nana downstairs' house, even though it wasn't Sunday. Tommy ran up the back stairway before he'd even said hello. He ran into Nana upstairs' room. The bed was empty. Tommy began to cry. "Won't she ever come back?" he asked. "No, dear," Mother said softly, "except in your memory. She will come back in your memory whenever you think about her." From then on, he called Nana downstairs just plain Nana. A few nights later, Tommy woke up and looked out his window at the stars. All of a sudden, a star fell through the sky. He got up and ran to his mother and father's bedroom. "I just saw a falling star," he said. "Perhaps that was a kiss from Nana upstairs," said Mother. A long time later, when Tommy had grown up, Nana downstairs was old and in bed just like Nana upstairs. Then she died too. And one night, when he looked out his bedroom window, Tommy saw another star fall gently through the sky. "Now you are both Nana upstairs," he thought. The end. So I will also read you this back. This is by Tommy DePaulo, and he's writing about this story. So it says, "This book is a true story," so it's a narrative. "I still consider it a wonderful experience and privilege that I knew not only 2 grandmothers and 1 grandfather, but my Irish great-grandmother as well. The Irish side of my family, I'm half Irish and half Italian, lived nearby, so we saw them weekly, and I spent many hours with Nana upstairs, tied into the adjoining chair, eating candy mints. She was my very best friend when I was 4 years old. The original edition of this book, written in 1972 and published in 1973, was illustrated in 3 colors: black, pink, and orange. It was not easy to re-illustrate the book in full color. It was hardly a matter of colorizing or coloring in. My drawing style has changed subtly over the time, so 25 years later, I have approached Nana upstairs and Nana downstairs as a completely new book. It was important for me to retain the nostalgic feeling of the original, and I did this mostly with the use of soft color. So he's talking about the way that he drew his pictures. Creating this art was an emotional experience for me. So here's to Honora O'Rourke Mock and Alice Mock Downey, Nana upstairs and Nana downstairs. So I like this book because what better tribute, I might cry, what better tribute to his Nana upstairs and Nana downstairs than to write this sweet book of their memory. So it's inevitable that you are going to lose someone that you love so much, but you can keep that person alive in the stories that you tell, and they will always be able to see it. I hope you have a good day, even though this was not the most uplifting book. It was a good one nonetheless. Bye.